Hi guys, welcome to Mundo Design and Build. I'm JB and this is made by Mundo. So today guys, we're gonna take you on an exclusive tour in one of our residential projects here in San Juan City. I'm not gonna keep you long because it's a very beautiful house. What you see here from the outside is completely different from the inside. So let's go. So here we're gonna start with the foyer, okay? So the foyer is actually, it's kind of like an introduction to the whole piece, like your introduction paragraph to the essay. So if you can see right here, okay, it gives you this modern contemporary vibe, and you also get to figure out the color elements that we wanted to incorporate into this home, which was monotone, and of course yung mga homey colors natin like brown and green as well. So let's go. I'll show you the entire living room. So ayan, you get to see also and appreciate how very maaliwala siya tignan, no? It's because of the colors, yung monotone nga. It gives you this look that, you know, the home is very spacious, okay? I wish you guys saw the before look of this whole space kasi it was very crowded and crumpy, but now it's very spacious, and we'll get onto that later on. So over here at the living room, as I was saying earlier on, we wanted to make this very comfortable and homey. So as you can see, you have the black and white incorporated and earth tones like the brown and green as well from the plants. And actually, what I'd like to highlight as well is how we beautifully collaborated with our clients as well. So some of the pieces here and all around the house are actually from our clients muna, okay? And then we thought of, you know, ayun nga, collaborating so that we find out the sweet spot between the being the doctor of the spaces and syempre yung gusto din ng clients natin. This is, by the way, our homeowner's favorite space, okay? So over here, we move on to our dining and kitchen area. So this is our dining area. Okay, so it's actually a combination of the personality and requests of our clients. So Miss Vida, she was leaning more towards the contemporary mood, the rustic vibe, whereas si Sir Gino, what he wanted rather for the space was a more of a minimalist space. So yeah, our designers were able to figure out a way on how to incorporate, you know, those very separate moods for the dining area. Alright? So here, in the kitchen area, which is the guests' favorite area naman whenever they come to visit this space, is that this very island countertop wherein, you know, you really get to appreciate how, you know, you get to start your conversations, you know, magkwentuhan lang, kumbaga, of how your day went, you know, before you start the party, while, you know, our homeowners are, you know, preparing the food and the drinks that they will enjoy throughout, you know, the rest of the night. So it's a very beautiful space. And then we move on to the area right here. So by the way guys, a quick trivia about Miss Vida is she loves preparing food for, you know, not only syempre for her husband but for her guests as well. So she likes baking. So it was a very important decision to make na dapat malawak yung area natin dito. So when you're cooking, it's very simple for you to move from one counter to another, and then when you're preparing food, it's not so far off. And then when you're cooking, you're not far off from the sink as well. Alright? So now we move on to the deeper areas of the room. But before that guys, I'd also like to highlight the walls right here. So this adds up a very more spacious feel kasi bawas tayo sa kanto and it's more curved. So when you're walking towards the hallway, you know, you get to feel like, you know, it's a very spacious area. So let's go. And so the purpose of having these blank walls as well is because our clients also wanted to have like a mini gallery wherein they could take their guests into like an adventure of how their relationship went and how it's going so far. So they're gonna fill it up with their own pictures here, soon enough. So yeah. And of course, you need to have an accent piece over here so that, you know, the areas, they don't feel so empty. Alright? And then over here, alright, so we're going towards the den, but before that, I'm gonna take you to the restroom because what we did with the entire space, by the way guys, was to make sure that we also incorporate, you know, the old items that were here. Old is not a nice word to put it, but you know, when it comes to renovating the space, like Sir Aldwin said in our office tour, it's that you don't need to change everything. So that's exactly what we did with the CR. So you guys can take a look. So the marble tiles that we had for the walls and also for the flooring are actually the original tiles that they had from the beginning. So we just incorporated the contemporary styles, alright? So, and this is, by the way, alright, the den area. Okay, so by the way, this is my favorite area. I don't know why I have a favorite area because this is not my home, but this is my favorite area so far. So ayan, guys, take a look at this. So ayan, as you enter the door, you automatically feel like a masculine feel towards the room, since you know it's not very light colored, if I could say that. So it's very not very dark, but you, in a sense, diba, it's very masculine. So, but at the same time, it's not the dark that you feel that you get goosebumps all over the place and it's scary, but you get that kind of office feel, and at the same time, you get to enjoy, like, you know, you can have entertainment in here, you can watch your movies. And actually, one of the design criteria that we had for the space was that Sir Gino, he wanted this to become his work area and entertainment area as well. So we made sure that, you know, it looks formal enough to hold his meetings, but at the same time, it looks comfortable enough so that he could enjoy his spaces. So for this video, guys, we're actually very lucky that our clients were able to allow us to enter their master's bedroom. Kasi as we all know, syempre, diba, our bedroom is the most private part of our house. But ayun nga, swerte tayo that we'll get, you know, a glimpse of their master's bedroom. So ayan, check muna natin kung nandito si Mom. Lock the door. Okay, she's not here. Alright. So ayan. Ta-da! So for the master's bedroom, since you know both of them are staying here, of course, because they're husband and wife, right? The most important thing to do here is to incorporate in their two personalities, which is yung minimalist and also yung contemporary vibe as well. So ayan, it's a beautiful master's bedroom. The paint finishes that we apply to the walls, they're not so glossy, so you really get that comfortable feel. And then when it comes to the lighting, it's not so straining as well. So even though you see the cold lights, yung mga white lights, diba, you still feel like you can relax in this very master's bedroom. I wish my bedroom looked like this. So that wraps up, guys, our short house tour of our residential project here in San Juan. And man, do we really appreciate how we turned, you know, a relatively old building into a refreshingly new, modern, contemporary home. You know, Miss Vida was saying earlier that yung mga guests nila, they always like to say how their home looks like a house rather than a condo. So yeah, that alone speaks for itself. But to give more justice and to give you more information about the home itself, I'm gonna take you guys on a quick interview with our designer and of course our very beautiful clients. Alright guys, so here we are seated with Ms. Vida, our client, and our lead designer, Sir Aldwin. So and before we wrap this video up, I'd just like to ask a couple of questions to you, Ms. Vida, of course. So yeah, for my first question, how is it like collaborating with, you know, our designers at Mundo Design and Build?
I really appreciated working with Aldwin and his team. I think they did an excellent job, fantastic job fixing up this place. When if you saw it before it was completed, you'd be also surprised. I was surprised at the magnitude of the place, that they were able to transform a condo into something that looks like more of a home, more of a house, like. And we've been able to entertain friends here. It just makes me so happy. The whole process actually was really good because Alvin was able to do a balance between me and my husband among our preferences. So my husband has a more minimalist style, more modern, and I prefer something more classic, more natural, and Mundo was able to do a balance of those different styles. So I really appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much, Vida, for the nice words. And we're very happy as well to work with you and to work with such clients with dream big on their spaces, and it will always be a well executed one if we collaborate with their ideas and understanding their needs and wants, really.
Alright. So before we drop down to our last question, so how is it like, being able to be, comfortable to share like, oh, this is what I want. I wanted to retain, some of my items here at home. How easy was it to be able to communicate to Sir Aldwin?
At first, I wasn't sure if we could like bring in a lot of our old pieces from our previous home, but I'm surprised that we were able to pretty much incorporate a lot of most of them.
Yes.
If I may add, some of them were refurbished, some of the furniture was reupholstered, and it just Alvin just made everything work well. So I'm really really grateful for that, especially because some of them were sentimental pieces. So yeah, we didn't have any problems with bringing our old stuff.
And so it's always been a mix and match with in terms of their old items to the new palettes, to the new color scheme and materials as well. So I think it's really all about understanding as well the existing client needs and requirements for us to have this kind of space for them.
Alright. So for my last question, Ms. Vida, I just like to ask, how was it like? How would you describe the Mundo experience?
It's been a really great experience. I think they're really good to work with from the design phase, very organized, um, and down to actual construction. I was actually shocked when I opened the door to the construction site and saw just how clean it was. It didn't actually feel like it's a construction site. And I appreciated also how detailed the project manager was in, supervising all of the workers down to the tiniest detail. And there were some parts where we would point things out, and Mundo would be happy to fix this up. Even like a few weeks after the turnover, they still continue to do fixes. So I really really appreciate that. So it was a wonderful experience. We actually tell all our friends
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
about you guys. So we're happy to do this. Mundo is a dream to work with.
Thank you so much, Miss Vida. But I think nobody enjoys the space more than Ola, sitting very
Yeah.
comfortably
And if they're
sleeping
happy,
tightly.
Mundo and us, we're 10 times happier than them.
Yes, of course. So there you have it, guys. Since all of us here are happy, so if you're happy with this video, don't forget to leave a like and a share as well. And thank you so much, Miss Vida, for allowing us to shoot this video in your wonderful home. And
Thank you.
Sir Alvin for sparing some of your time to join us here in Miss Vida's beautiful home. And you guys, thank you guys so much. Sir Josh pala, thank you Sir Josh for joining us here as well. And you guys, thank you so much for tuning in our video. Again, I'm JB, this is Sir Aldwin and Miss Vida, and this is Ola, alright? And this is Made by Mundo.